Now, let's talk about Rosie O'Donnell, the former co-host of The View. She's fled America for Ireland, but she still obsesses endlessly about Donald Trump and has now revealed that even her therapist is sick of her ranting about Trump. Kinsey, she's coming to Australia. I don't know what we've done to deserve this.
You're right. Rosie O'Donnell is making what she calls her long awaited Australian debut with a one woman show titled Common Knowledge on October 9th. It's common knowledge that
Ugh.
Australia requires a 10-day quarantine for dogs. So I'm just hoping Rosie O'Donnell is vaccinated, microchipped, and brought a sleeping bag.
Kinsey, that is very, very mean, but also amusing, so I'll let it go. Now, Michelle Obama has said that she just can't stand how her husband Barack chooses food, revealing that she and her children find it very irritating. Let's have a listen.
The way you're chewing makes me want to smack you upside
See
the
that?
head.
That's why guys
could
don't
be-
want to have
Would
which
that
could
be an
be-
edge?
That would
Is
be an
that
edge. And that would be really interesting. You could like open something up
It's
there
like,
in a
why
big
does
way.
your chewing annoy me so much?
Right.
Look, I'm just shocked this podcast is still happening because no one's listening to it. But everything she seems to say about Barack and their marriage is negative, Kinsey. What's going on?
I know nothing is edifying about this podcast or the way she talks about her husband. And in London last week, Barack admitted to digging himself out of a hole with his wife following their time in the White House. He claimed, "Now I'm about ground level." And don't forget, back in April, he told Hamilton College that he was in a deep deficit with his wife and said he was trying to dig himself out by doing occasionally fun things. Maybe they need to see Rosie O'Donnell's therapist. We're tired of hearing about it, though. Like, guys, get it together.
Well, yeah, Michelle seems to be using her podcast as just a big therapy session because we've heard about all her issues with Barack. I wonder what he did to be in this deficit with her. That's actually got me half interested. Now, Jimmy Kimmel's ratings have dramatically nosedived since that return. There was obviously a bit of a curiosity factor with that return. He's now lost 73% of his viewership in the coveted demographic of adults aged 25 to 54. Kinsey, can't say I'm terribly shocked by this.
Well, and he's still obsessed with Donald Trump. This week, he took to Instagram to share a behind the scenes picture from a taping of his show. And he's joined by fellow late night hosts Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers. And he captions this post, "Hi, Donald." I mean, some commented on the image that it looked like an unemployment line. All I see is an ad for erectile dysfunction.
There are three blokes there who are supposed to be comics who've got late night programs to provide laughs, and between the three of them, you'd be lucky to get a single laugh. And they've got teams of writers, but they've become so obsessed with their political posturing that comedy has taken a back seat. Before you go, I've got to ask you about Donald Trump's former advisor, Corey Lewandowski. He reckons that ICE will be present at the Super Bowl this year, ready to detain any illegal immigrants who are going to the game. That's just a genius move, Kinsey, if it happens, particularly given some of the comments we've heard from the halftime headliner, Bad Bunny. He's previously said he doesn't even want to perform in the US because ICE agents may be at his concert.
Yeah, so it was a 2025 interview with ID Magazine. He said that there were many reasons why he didn't tour in the US, but one of them was fear, like ICE could be outside my concert. Well, congratulations. They will be now. I mean, be careful what you wish for, Bad Bunny, Kardashian, because that's the only reason why I know of you, because you were with Kendall.
He was with Kendall. I thought he was with Kylie. This is how little I know about him. It is such a bizarre choice for the NFL to be picking this character who the audience really, most of them would have no idea who he is. He's highly political. He's made these ridiculous comments recently. In fact, he has said that he wasn't going to perform in mainland USA anymore. And now he's performing at the Super Bowl. Tell me about this choice. Is there a way they can reverse out of it? Because I've heard nothing but negative responses to it.
I think sometimes the NFL likes these controversies because it generates. I mean, it's the same with Taylor Swift. Like, even though NFL fans are so sick and tired of seeing her, the NFL loves, I think they're under the impression that all press is good press. And so I don't think that they'll get rid of this guy, even though all of us are going to, flip through the commercials and see what else is going on during the halftime show this time around. What happened to NSYNC and Aerosmith? Okay. And Britney Spears and Nelly, the good old days of halftime Super Bowl shows.
Absolutely. The superstars, the household names. And when you're talking about the NFL audience, sporting audience, at the moment, country music is having such a golden run. I mean, why not have the biggest names from country music, Morgan Wallen? And I think that would just absolutely be a winner. But no, they've gone with Bad Bunny, and I can almost guarantee we're going to have some political posturing, some sort of statement made about deportations or Donald Trump or something else that no one wants to hear. Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for your time.